how to prepare yourself for exercise if your blood sugar is running a little bit high. So I'm going to give you 3 tips, but the very first thing I would ask is, what kind of exercise are you planning on doing? Because exercise is going to affect you. Different kinds of exercise are going to affect you a lot differently. So if you're planning on lifting weights, let's see, doing something high intensity, chances are your blood sugar is going to go up a little bit. And so 3 tips for this would be, do a little bit of low intensity training first. So like, can you walk to the gym? I don't know if you're going to the gym yet. I feel like gyms around the world are starting to close again. They opened here in Costa Rica, and I don't know if they're going to stay open, but I'm still a little bit nervous to go. So can you walk, do something low intensity? So we have a swimming pool here. So it's like couple seconds after I get in the pool, my sugars start dropping. So doing something that's going to bring your sugars down before lifting weights is going to be super helpful, because you don't want to lift if your blood sugars are high. Second thing would be to give a small correction. And depending on what your blood sugar is, obviously you know your bod, but you want to be careful, because not only do you not want to exercise if your blood sugar is super high, like you don't want to do anything high intensity because it might bring your sugars up a little bit, but giving a small correction can sometimes help. So like if I am doing something high intensity, if I'm going to be lifting weights, sometimes I'll even do a small bolus, and then I'll do something low intensity, like I'll walk for maybe 10 minutes to bring it back down, and then I'll lift. And then by the end, my sugar should be within range and stabilized. So that is tip number 2. Tip number 3 is hydrate. You really want to hydrate. So if you are planning on taking a pre-workout or coffee or whatever you want to do, maybe just hold off on that, because any sort of stimulant is probably going to increase your sugars a little bit. So just stay super hydrated. So those would be the 3 tips to prepare yourself for exercising if your blood sugar is high. And then if you're anything like me, I'm so impatient when it comes to waiting for my blood sugars to go down. I would almost rather, and this is kind of crazy, but I would almost rather my blood sugar be too low than too high, because I feel like I could just eat a couple of glucose tablets or treat my low, and then within like 15 minutes, I'm going to be feeling better. But when I'm high, it takes so long for my sugars to go back down. And so I get super impatient because I don't want to feel like shit. And so I tend to rage bolus, which, you want to be really careful if you are planning on exercising that you don't overdo it. So a good rule of thumb, I've been trying to remind myself, like, just hold on 15 minutes. Because if I look at the arrows on my Dexcom and I'm going up, I'm like, don't give yourself any insulin until, because oftentimes the arrows will level out. And then if I just bolused, I'm like, crap. So that's just another off-topic tip. But those 3 tips are going to help you out a lot if you are planning on exercising and your blood sugar is high. So make sure that you stay hydrated, hydrate, and do some sort of low intensity, like walking 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes if you can, and then give yourself a small correction if you need to, especially before doing any sort of high intensity training. All right, I hope this quick tip is helpful to you. And you guys, if you have not subscribed yet, please take these next couple seconds to subscribe. If this little quick tip episode helped you, if it inspired you in some way, because when you take the time to subscribe, it'll make sure that you don't miss out on upcoming content and bonus episodes. And if this episode was helpful for you today and you think that it could help a friend, please share it, because that is one way that we expand the reach, and it makes it possible for other people who would benefit from hearing this content. It makes it possible for them to find this show as well. All right. Thank you so much. I love you, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye for now.